The Indiana Fever are learning the hard way what it means to be a marked team in the WNBA. With superstar rookie Caitlin Clark in the lineup, every game seems to bring out the best in their opponents, and Friday night's contest against the Atlanta Dream was no exception. From the start of the season, the Fever have felt the weight of expectation and attention. Back in May, before the regular season tipped off, Indiana reserve Sophie Cunningham acknowledged that the team would be under intense scrutiny. She said it was clear they had a huge target on their backs and didn't believe it was any sort of secret. That prediction has proven to be true time and time again. Friday's game was the second of 3 straight home games for Indiana, and once again, the spotlight was on Clark. It was her second game back after missing 5 with a groin injury. Though still on limited minutes, the impact of her presence or absence was felt throughout the contest. Just 2 days earlier, on Wednesday, the Golden State Valkyries came into Gainbridge Fieldhouse and stunned the Fever with an 80-61 win. They were led by an inspired performance from fourth-year guard Veronica Burton, who sank a career-high 5 three-pointers. She was clearly motivated by the opportunity to compete on the same court as Clark. Atlanta's Jordan Canada raised the bar even higher on Friday. Despite struggling from beyond the arc earlier in the season, hitting only 6 of 29 from three-point range in her first 12 games, Canada erupted for 6 three-pointers in just the first half against Indiana. She became the latest player to rise to the occasion when facing the Fever. Clark, still regaining full fitness, played just 25 minutes in her return against the Valkyries and continued to be on a minutes restriction against Atlanta. During her time on the court, she spent several defensive possessions matched up against both Burton and Canada. Both players took advantage of the situation, exploiting Indiana's defensive weaknesses while Clark worked her way back into form. Despite the challenges, the Fever's performance with and without Clark tells an interesting story. In the 10 games she has played this season, Indiana held a 5-5 record. Without her, they were slightly below at 4-5. Notably, the team managed to capture the WNBA Commissioner's Cup in her absence, defeating the Minnesota Lynx in a high-stakes showdown, though the win didn't count toward regular season standings. Statistically, Clark's presence makes a significant difference. When she is off the court, opponents average 99.8 points per 100 possessions against the Fever. But when she is on the floor, Indiana's offensive rating jumps to 103.7, an indication of her growing influence even as she navigates the early part of her professional career. For the Fever, every game is a test. But with Clark slowly returning to full strength and a squad determined to prove they belong, Indiana remains one of the most closely watched and fiercely challenged teams in the league.